Recognize that your mental health is so important. If you don't, then I promise you'll be so distorted. Stiffened by your thoughts, that's a mental rigor mortis. I'm on a hard mission and it won't be aborted. Assorted memories will seem to be your remedy, but in your darkest hour, form into your enemies. Trust your gut, judge people off their energy. Cut them off quick and fast, they are limiting your room to grow.
You're listening to the Expect Effect podcast, where the concept of self-care is our primary focus. Consider this an acknowledgement of feeling, the opportunity to birth every great idea within you. This is your weekly dose of me time, and I'm your host, ItsJustNikia. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really thrilled to have you here. Listen, we know that life is hard, and for at least the bit of time that you're here, I believe that self-care, the process of becoming the best version of yourself, well, these things don't have to be. So sit back, relax, and unwind as we together uncover ways to truly expect better, do better, and believe better. Listen, it has definitely been a week. And this episode is just me, guys. It's no guest here, and there's a reason for that. I found that I'm not really where I want to be with the progress of my work this particular week. It really has been a wild time, right? We're in the thick of the holiday season. One of my family members actually has COVID, so shout out to anyone who is having to deal with that, or a family member that's having to deal with that. Situations that you may be having to go through, whether that's bills, whether that's work, if that's family, if that's friends, if that's dysfunction in any portion of your life. I feel you. And I think I say that every single week. I don't expect life to be perfect. It is all about progression, not perfection, and what we are willing to suffer for. I think there are different elements and aspects in life where I can get really caught up and I feel like I should have it together. And I think that's the box and the dynamic that we accidentally get stuck in, is that we should have it together. And that's really a mindset I need us to eliminate. The bridge is over, okay? I need us to really let that go. If we can really just accept that we are human beings in need of assistance, in need of rest, in need of guidance at times, support, additional wisdom. Sometimes you need a place to vent. Sometimes you just need to take an opportunity to really take a break, to step away. Sometimes you need to go on a run. Sometimes you need to take a drive. Sometimes you need a day with friends. Sometimes you need a day in community. Sometimes you need a day out of your head, and sometimes you need a day in one. And it's really about figuring out truly what you need, what's going to work for you, what processes truly fit the mold that you're trying to create. And sometimes, especially for me creatively, when I'm not performing at my peak, it's easy to start beating up on myself, and you start to replay incidents and events that have happened before. And I implore you to, again, cut that also. There's no reason to go back and run through past events. There are situations and things that shaped you, yes, that made you the person that you are. There are things that have contributed to my personality and my mindset, and I would never want to shift those things. But I also know that the past isn't a good place to live in. There's no additional impact it's going to have on my future, and no additional life that it can give me. It can't serve me in any way. So constantly seek and analyze what's actually serving you. And these are just a few tips I want to give you as I too work to get through a difficult week. Our blog posts are not up. I know this is a one-person production, so it happens. But I will have blog posted out later this week. Please visit theexpecteffectpod.com, where you can listen to our latest episodes, get caught up on what's happening. You'll be able to view projects I've actually done outside of the show, any interviews I've done, and different things I find cool. Excuse me. And then we also have a tab there where our blog posts are called The Expectancy Factor. So not only will you find blog posts under this particular tab, but you'll also have the opportunity to book an event session with me. Again, as you know, we are not licensed counselors or therapists here at the show, but I am a certified life coach. And if you do need an ear or shoulder of support, DM us at this show, email us, theexpecteffect@gmail.com, and most definitely visit theexpecteffectpod.com. You can leave feedback on anything you may want to hear on the show. Content. Is there someone you'd like me to reach out to? Are there anything, just anything you'd like to share? You can do that at our website. And most importantly there, again, you can visit our blog post as well as schedule an event session with yours truly if you'd like to go ahead and enroll in those life coaching sessions. And I'm also working on a podcast content and creation guide. So there's really just just a lot of things I want to do and a lot of things in the work on my personal brand and individually. But for the Expect Effect, I definitely want to do a content creation guide and a podcast how-to guide. And I want to make these things accessible on the website also. Again, we are going to be adding the resources tab to our website soon. That will let you know how you can get help outside if you're looking for a licensed counselor or therapist, help in, the immediate here and now, and you're unsure of where to look or who to call. If you're looking for affordable options for therapy and external care and wellness, as well as just some general self-care brands that I would love to promote. You've heard some of them here on our show: Inso Apothecary, Artsy by Nature, body positive brands, uplifting brands, and so these are definitely things I want to go ahead and bring to the forefront and also have available on our website. So I'm working on extensions there. Let me see. Mostly, that's about it. I want to take a moment and say that it's been a really, really shitty week, y'all. I'm tired. I'm really beat the fuck up, and I want to go ahead and with that begin the Voyage Dallas interviews next week. And with this episode, I'm giving you permission to take a break. It is okay to be tired. It is okay to be frustrated. It is okay to be confused. It is okay to really not know left from right sometimes. And especially in the season of adulthood, sometimes you just have to get the fuck down and do what you gotta do, even when you don't know what that looks like. So when you don't know what this is, for those of you who believe, know that he is. And for those of you who don't, goddammit, believe in yourself. Nobody else is going to. I promise you, nobody else is going to look at you with the same drive, determination, heart, love, or compassion that you are able to give to yourself. Reach your dreams. Reach your dreams at heightened capacities, and know that it's okay to sometimes hit those roadblocks. They're going to happen. Some days you're really not even going to know why it happened. It was a great day until this thing happened, or it was a great moment until this thing happened. We were doing fine until that argument. I don't understand. I just had a really awesome presentation at work yesterday, and now my boss is in a bad mood because there are different channels, right? Cohabitation is hard. Relationships are hard. Work is hard. Figuring out just what to do day to day sometimes, especially in situations and circumstances like this, is hard. Okay, so give yourself that permission. One thing I do want to do also is just shout out everyone who has been listening to the show. We just got our Spotify Wrapped list, and I have to say I am blown away. In the United States alone, we are up 420%. Again, these stats are for Spotify only. I have released 1,704 minutes of content. That's 45 episodes, including bonuses, as well as our remastered episode, I'm Sorry, Mrs. Jackson, featuring AC Fisher. And we have hit 12 countries, you guys. 12 countries. That is insane to me, and I really cannot thank you enough for rocking with me. I promise it is only going to get better from here. I will continue to be honest, transparent, forthcoming, and dedicated to becoming the best version of myself so that I can help you also achieve the same goal. Listen, hey, that's really all I have. I just really want to encourage you to continue having a good week. Things will be back to normal next week as scheduled. Again, I will be beginning the Voyage Dallas interviews next week, and you do not want to miss this series as well as any of the other additional content we have coming. Man, that's everything I have. This has been another quick week of expecting better, doing better, and believing better. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at ItsJustNikia. We also have personal pages dedicated to the show at the Expect Effect Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. Listen, thank you guys for hanging in here with me. My voice was a little touchy, but yes, we will see you next week. This has been your weekly dose of me time.